ጤና ይስጥልኝ ተመልካቾቻችን ይህ የውጭ ግንኙነት ፕሮግራማችን ነው። በዛሬው ፕሮግራማችን አንድ ልዩ እንግዳ ይዤላችሁ ቀርቤያለሁ። በአፍሪካ ህብረት የአውሮፓ ህብረት ተወካይ ኃላፊ የሆኑት አምባሳደር ብሪጊት ማርኩሰን ይሆናል። እኚህ እንግዲህ አምባሳደር ስለ አዲስ ፕሮጀክት ወደ እናንተ የሚያደርስ ይሆናል። ይህ ፕሮጀክት በአርት ዙሪያ አፍሪካና አውሮፓን ለማቀራረብ ታልሞ የተቀረጸ ፕሮጀክት ነው፣ በአውሮፓ ህብረት ተነሳሽነት ማለት ነው። ስለዚህ ፕሮጀክት እንግዲህ ትንሽ ሲሉን ቆይታ የምናደርግ ይሆናል። እንድትከታተሉን በአክብሮት ጋበዝኩኝ። Okay, thank you so much for taking your time to do this interview with me. Can you please introduce yourself first?
My name is Birgitte Markussen, and I'm the EU ambassador to the African Union.
How long have you been as an ambassador to the EU?
I've been here since September last year, so it's about 7-8 months now.
Okay, how do you find it?
Oh, it's great. It's a busy place.
It is.
Usually I call Addis the big apple in Africa, because this is really, I feel that we're working 24/7. We're covering the whole of Africa, which means that there is always a situation and an issue to look into. But it keeps us, let's say, on our toes, and we work for the European Union and for Africa.
Did you travel outside Addis since you've been here?
I did actually, yes. I have been around the south, around the lakes. I call the lake. I think Ethiopia could talk about its lake districts. Yeah. You know, you have your lakes districts, beautiful. Definitely. And I had the opportunity also to meet many different people and different ethnic groups, which I found very, very interesting. So I've had the chance.
Yeah, it's a very diverse country with rich cultures. Yes. And I'm sure you said you were busy since you came here, and there's a lot of projects under the European Union. Can you tell me some of the projects that you're working on?
We are working, overall, we cover what I call the 5+1 partnerships. So this is from the European Union side, what we have suggested to the African Union and to Africans. For what we're working on, the first partnership, we work on climate change. We have in Europe agreed on a Green Deal. So we are really trying to engage globally about having a climate change and working on green solutions. The second one is on digital transformation. If you ask me, this is the thing that will shape the future. Artificial intelligence, how we get about digitals is really important. Yeah. Third one is about investments and getting good investments that are creating good jobs. Fourth one is peace, security and governance. I think this is a European Union classic because it carries a lot of the values that is founded in the European Union as well. The fifth one is about migration and mobility. And the +1 is the whole issues about Corona. The pandemic, we are involved in supporting, actually financing 20% of the vaccines coming globally via a mechanism called COVAX. We are also right now engaged in getting what I call the vaccinations done. So we're working with the African Center for Disease Control to roll out their vaccination campaign across. And we're working also to see if we can support production of vaccines in Africa, because this is just the first, I think, pandemic that we'll see. So that's very important.
That's great. But which project do you believe has been more of a success?
More of a success, I think we have been quite successful on the whole issue of the Green Deal and green solutions. We're working with the African Union and African countries on circular economy, green investments, really hands-on, very practical, important things that are greening, so to speak, the environment. But I also think we have been successful, although we have not been beating the pandemic. But I do think that we've really tried to deliver. Everybody working at this delegation, they will know, I have said, this year it's about vaccines, vaccines and vaccines. We just have to get it right.
Yeah, definitely. I think people are now starting to accept, the credibility of the vaccine nowadays. Yeah. We're here to talk about a new project that you guys launched. Can you tell me about that?
Yeah. It's a project that I really, that talks to my heart, so to speak. It is called Street Heart. It's about street art, so we call it street art. It's about 2 continents and 1 beat. It's about African and European, it's celebrating African and European culture. So we have engaged with some young African and European artists, street artists. They're making graffiti. There's actually one climbing outside here on the wall.
I've seen it when I came in, yeah.
Exactly. So we wanted, because culture and art can, you know, it's a people-to-people engagement. It can also go beyond stereotypes that you sometimes are trapped in. So I'm very happy that this month we are launching this new project. It's happening in Addis, because Addis is the headquarters of the African Union, and it's also happening in Addis because Addis is a key capital in Africa. Ethiopia has a special position in Africa, so I think this is also important. And obviously then when we talk to the authorities, and thank you to them, the authorities in Addis Ababa, they thought it was a good idea that we work together on this. So right now we have 4 artists around Addis painting.
Okay, where are they from?
There is, as I said, 2 from Europe. There is one Spanish lady, and I'll just get her name right. She's called Maria Peña Cotto, and she is painting in Pushkin Square, which is also called Sabet.
Yes.
Yeah. There she is joined by an Italian man, and he is called Eduardo Trinofera. And there is also a South African working also in Pushkin Square. He's called Wesley van Eden. And then we have the Ghanaian artist who is painting here at the delegation, and he's called Mohammed Awudu.
Okay. How were these artists chosen? What was the specification to choose these artists?
Yeah, we selected these 4 artists, 2 from Europe and 2 from Africa, by simply calling for interested. Okay. So in the month of March, we received more than 120 suggestions, and based on that we put down a committee. There were some artists, there were representatives from Europe, Africa, and then obviously from Addis Ababa.
Was the call on social media?
Yes, it was all over. So that's why we received from all over Africa and Europe, we received. Mm-hmm. So that's how it came about, and we have, the May is an important month. Yes. When you look at European and African politics. So we are busy now because in May we wanted to launch it now because we have what we call Europe Day, 9th of May, where we celebrate peace and unity in Europe. Mm-hmm. And then we have Africa Day on the 25th of May, which is celebrating the Organization for African Unity. So we thought May is the month to do and to launch such a program. And then on top of this, African Union has named this year as the year for African art, culture and heritage. So when we want to celebrate the unity for both European Union and for Africa, we thought this has to be now.
You couldn't have picked a better month.
We think so, we think so.
Definitely, but why was it this year named?
It's called African or AU Year of African Art, Culture and Heritage.
Why was it this year?
Every year they choose a topical issue that is really important. It's one year it has, well, they've had different themes. I think this year it's because of the importance of culture and heritage, simply, and art, to identify as, when you do culture and arts, it's really to the heart of identity of a continent. Yeah. So I think that's why, to put that on the agenda.
Okay, so who initiated this project?
This project we initiated actually as the EU delegation here, and that's because every year we try to celebrate the Europe Day, as I said, for European peace and unity. And then, of course, it links very well into the African Day and the African celebration. So we thought, with the theme of the African Union this year, this would be a perfect project to initiate.
What do you hope to achieve from this project? What do you hope to see besides your, goal?
To be honest, what I hope to see is, now that we're also spending time together, and to get a message across that the two continents are very, very close, and that we should make sure that we work together across many different fields, but that culture has a special place, and arts, this time street art, has a very special place. Yes. So I want to get the message across that we share a lot. Mm-hmm. We have many values together, and I want to get a message across that we should respect each other. Mm-hmm. We should get beyond the stereotypes. So if we can start that type of dialogue, then we'll be happy.
These artists that you have chosen, is there a specific message that they want to get across, each artist? Or is it just the same thing?
No. They are very different. And I hope that the viewers will go out and try to have a look. Mm-hmm. They are about various types of cooperation between Europe and Africa. But it's also art. So some of it, is, I've been looking at it. So there are hearts and there are stars and there are, but basically you can see people working together. Mm-hmm. They're planting trees, they're doing agriculture, they're symbolizing peace. So I think it's an expression of the various areas where we work together.
So they're not specific about the countries they're from, they're about the whole continent.
Exactly. They're about the two continents. That's the main message of the two continents, one beat. Yeah. That's where, and the heart, of course.
What kind of feedback are you expecting from the people, specifically in Ethiopia?
In Ethiopia, I hope that also, as I said, the viewers of this program will go out and appreciate and think about how much we have together, mm-hmm. how much we share. Yes. If it was outside Corona times, if I walked into a concert in Europe, for instance, a music concert, yes. there would very often be inspiration from African music. Mm-hmm. And there are so many points where we have cultural values to share. So I think that's really important.
Okay, so do you have any message that you want to get across?
Of course. Once I would say thank you very much for the opportunity, and I would like to encourage all of you watching this program to go out, and if you have the chance, look at the graffiti and think about what Europe and Africa, how much we share. I think that's my main message. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it, and I hope we can meet with other projects as well.
I would be very happy to do that.
Thank you.
Thank you.